This video is made for entertainment purposes only, and this video is not meant to hurt anybody or anything. All in this video is alleged, and this is a disclaimer, and I did some of my research, and make sure you please do yours. Now, this is episode of DDTS, episode 527. So, I hope you all enjoy. This is a review of the TV show / soap opera From the Gates that premiered earlier this year in 2025. The show made its debut on February the 24th, 2025, and I hope you all enjoy this video. Love y'all and thank you. Bye-bye.
Beyond the gates, a celebration of love goes horribly wrong.
You have to leave now!
Are you gonna tell wifey who I am?
That is a lie!
This is a total nightmare. Why do I suddenly feel like I'm about to lose my family?
You're despicable!
Hey everybody, and welcome to another episode of DDTS episode 527. I'm back with another video podcast, so whenever you're watching this on, I thank y'all for joining me. Today is going to be like a podcast episode. Like when I'm not on camera, I will be doing microphone, me talking in the microphone on my phone and everything, and we're gonna do it like that today. Now today's episode is gonna be like kind of like a podcast episode, like what I just said. And today I'm basically gonna be talking about and doing a review on one of my favorite shows, a show that came out this year, a show that has been legendary in my opinion, non-stop. And today we're going to be talking about, and I'm going to be doing a review on Beyond the Gates, episode 46 and 7. Basically 47, which was yesterday. May the, what today's date? May the 5th. So today, I'm going to be doing a review on Beyond the Gates, episode 47. I could give y'all a rundown of the show, but I'm not good at explaining too much, but I can break it down for y'all a little bit if that's okay. We're going to be talking about that. And also, I got to go back and do some more research and about this other topic and other situation between Angelica Ross and Fag Talk show host Craig Stewart along T.S. Madison about the fake activism situation and about the pronouns and all this and that the third and much more stuff. I'm going to do some more research and actually watch a couple of videos and stuff so I can get a better understanding of what has went on with that situation, because it is wild. But first though, y'all, if you haven't yet, please subscribe to my channel. Please subscribe to my channel. Hit that like button, that subscribe button, and the notification bell so you will be able to get all my videos and everything. So, you know, you can stay updated. Whatever news I have, you will have it. Okay? But yeah, so if I get anything wrong, if you have watched Beyond the Gates, and if you are watching this video or listening to this video, you probably understand where I'm coming from. Now, I know it's a bunch of peoples that have not watched the show that's probably thinking about watching the show. Some may not even be thinking about watching the show. Some people may like soap operas. Some people may not like soap operas. But for me, I grew up watching soap operas. I grew up watching Days of Our Lives, Passions, The Young and the Restless. All those legendary soap operas. All My Children, One Life to Live. Although I didn't know too much about All My Children and One Life to Live, but I do remember, them coming on in the summertime, when we didn't have to go to school. Because I remember The Young and the Restless good. I remember The Young and the Restless came on at 11 o'clock after The Price is Right. The Price is Right came on at 10 o'clock and went off at 11 o'clock. Now, if you know, being from Mississippi, living in Mississippi, from the South, and you from the country, you know how it is. You'll be shelling peas and butter beans and black eyed peas and green beans and everything with your grandparents, your great grandparents, or this and that the third, or whoever you was with in the summertime when you didn't have to go to school. You'll do that when The Price is Right was on. But when The Price is Right went off, this when Bob Barker was alive. I prefer to watch The Price is Right when Bob Barker, when he was living, because he's the OG, he's the legendary of the legends of The Price is Right. Drew Carey, no tea, no shade, he just don't do it for me. I just don't watch the one with Drew Carey. I just can't get into it. Bob Barker will always be the OG of The Price is Right. You'll shell them peas when The Price is Right was on. But when 11 o'clock hit, before 11 o'clock hit, about 10:45, 10:50, if you had to go to the bathroom, if you had to come in the door, you had to come inside, you had to come and go in the house, stay up under the air. If you wanted a snack, go on and get your snack. Because I don't know what it was. When 11 o'clock hit, you couldn't talk, you couldn't cough, you couldn't do none of that. You couldn't walk around, do none of that. If you had to pee, you better hold it till a commercial come on, because I don't know what it was. The grandparents, the old generation that loved Young and the Rest and them stories, they did not play about that interruptions. They did not play about it. Hey, y'all, I'm back. My alarm went off and I had to do something, but I'm back. But yeah, like what I was saying, if you was back in the days in the summertime, if you was around the age where I was around or a little bit older, if you were born in the 80s, 90s, maybe, if you were born in the 80s, 90s, early 2000s, maybe, around that area. I don't know what it was. If you was with your grandma or papa or anything like that, they would have you shelling peas, butter beans, and all that up under the air. But when 11 o'clock came, we would have to take a break from shelling peas, and we actually had to sit there and watch them stories. We had to sit there and watch Victor Newman. We had to sit there and watch Nikki Newman. Drew Winters, Neil Winters, because The Young and the Restless was the stuff back then. It was everything back then. It's still on the air, surprisingly, but it does not hit home like it did back in the day. But when Victor Newman came on, best believe, wouldn't nobody going outside. We been not asked to go outside, been not asked to do nothing when Victor Newman was on. Like I said, if you have to go to the bathroom, you better go during commercial break and hurry up and come back. Because we wasn't allowed to run around, do none of that. We literally had to sit there and watch The Young and the Restless, watch them stories. Now, The Price is Right, you pretty much get a pass. But when The Young and the Restless came on, or any other soap opera, because I don't know what it was. But the older generation, they didn't play nothing about that. But growing up in the area that I grew up in the era that I grew up in, and in the time, it was the best time to be alive. You know what I'm saying? And now that I'm 30 years old, I kind of miss those days. I kind of miss those days when things was just, so simple. When things were just so simple. When things was just, things were just so simple. When things, weren't so problematic. When people didn't lose their minds or anything. You know what I'm saying? Because now it's like, wow, where happened to the times that we all used to have, when family used to be a family, when people used to come together, have parties, have family reunions, all that, used to laugh and renounce. You can't have that now because of the generations that we are in now, and because people don't believe in disrespect, and people don't believe in family, people don't believe in coming together, doing anything anymore. And I just miss those times. But back in those times, it was a time to be alive and enjoy what we could enjoy. I miss those days. But enough about that. I'm just being honest. But we're going to go ahead and get into why we are really here doing this video. 1 second, y'all. Hey, y'all, I'm back. I don't know where I stopped it or what I said, but I think I said, that's not what we're here for today. I was just reliving memories. Like, time ain't what it used to be, and back in the day used to be lit. Back in the 70s, for the 70s babies, 80s, 90s, early 2000s, but in up and up, stuff is just not the same. It's the generation. It's the generation and how they all were brought up and everything, in my opinion. And we don't have the grandparents. Like, there's no more grandparents like the grandparents and the grandmas and papas and true messengers and Mariahs of the family, mature Mariahs of the family, the heads of the family, like it used to be. There's no more big mamas and Medias and nothing like that. It's not like what it used to be, but I'm just reminiscing on what I've, was raised up on, and that's soap operas. And that's why I love soap operas to this very day, even though I don't watch them every day, but I watch them when I can and when I, have the time to do it. And I love the passions as well. I used to try to be sick so I can stay home and watch soap operas. I used to be like that, but I wasn't gonna miss too many days of school because back in the day, if you were sick, you actually had to make like you were sick. Like when you were sick, couldn't play the game, couldn't watch TV. You had to lay there and be sick and take your medicine, lay there and be sick, because that's what was taught to me. I thought I made like I was sick one time when I was in in elementary school. And so I loved it watching, PBS Kids Channel 2, which I'm going to talk about in another topic, probably some other time. It was like, I wanted to watch Channel 2. I wanted to watch Arthur. I wanted to watch Cliff the Big Red Dog. The shows that came on Channel 2. And I loved the passions as well. So me thinking that I was at home sick, thinking that, oh yeah, I can watch Channel 2, I can watch Passions, I can watch the Berenstain Bears, I can watch all of them. Wrong. Had a family member told me, what you doing? I said, I'm watching TV. I want to watch the Big Red Dog. I want to watch the Berenstain Bears. I want to watch Passions. Like, Go on and get back in that bed. You sick, remember? When you sick, you got to do sick things. And Sick things means you laying in the bed till you get better. You sick, remember? Sick peoples don't watch TV. Sick peoples don't play the game. Sick peoples don't do this and do that. Sick peoples actually lay there and try to be sick and get better. That what was told to me, and I'm like, damn. I didn't say that in that particular time because, you know, when you little, you can't cuss because you'll get in trouble for it. But now, boom, that's what happened. But yeah, I miss those days, y'all. Excuse me. But let's go ahead and get into this episode. I know I probably wasted a lot of y'all's time. But let me go ahead and get into this episode of Beyond the Gates and break it down for y'all of what happened.
I did not say that. Ted said. Listen, if you wasn't watching Beyond the Gates today, I don't know what you was watching. We got the moment that we've been waiting for. The whole Eva, Dana, Leslie, Shelly storyline exploded today. The big day finally came for Ted and Nicole's anniversary party, and it was everything that we wanted it to be. Now, these two actresses have consistently ate their lines up ever since the show came on. But baby, today they chewed them up and spit them out. For those of you who don't watch the show, this is Ted and Nicole. They are a part of the perfect Dupree family, and from the outside looking in, they have the perfect marriage. Or so everybody thought. Now, see, back in the day, Ted had an affair on Nicole with Miss Dana, aka Shelley, aka Leslie. And she said that Miss Eva here is their love child. We watched for months as crazy Leslie plot, schemed, and committed crimes to get Eva into their world. And today, baby, that anniversary party was everything that Leslie and the audience has been waiting for. Y'all, I gagged when she locked Eva in the closet. She said, I love you, but you're not going to mess up my plan. And Eva was trying so hard to warn Ted and Nicole. I just felt so bad for her because even though she agreed to scheme and plot with her mother, she really, really felt bad. She really grown to love them and they really grown to love her. You can just tell all this is going to leave Eva devastated. But baby, ain't nobody going to be destroyed like Nicole. Nicole going to be hot as fish grease. And something tells me that this new little character that they brought in is going to help Nicole get over Ted and all his cheating. Y'all see it. Y'all, I can't wait till tomorrow. You know tomorrow is Friday. It's going to be a crazy show. And crazy Leslie, Dana, Shelley is going to spill all the hot piping tea right there at their anniversary party. This thing about to be insane. I was actually screaming at the TV. And I said this before, but I'm going to go on record and I'm going to say it again. I could be wrong, but I just have a feeling that Eva is not Crazy Leslie's baby. I feel like she swapped the babies. You know, this is a soap opera, so you know they do a lot of swapping babies. I feel like she swapped the babies when they were born. I feel like Kat is really her daughter and Eva is really Nicole's daughter. I feel like she wanted Kat to grow up in all the luxury and wealth of the Duprees, and she took Nicole's baby and raised her, which is Eva. I could be wrong, but I think that's what's going to happen. They're too close in age. It's too many similarities. Cat girl, get ready, because I don't think you a Dupree after all. She going to gag. So y'all, let me know down in the comments what y'all thought about today's episode of Beyond the Gate. I feel like it's in full swing, and it's turning out to be a good soap. And after you comment, don't forget, as always, to hit the like, the share, and the follow for my take on usually everything reality TV, but apparently soap operas too. Just when I thought this show couldn't get no better, it did. This episode today was explosive. And I said it before, and I'm going to say it again. These two actresses killed it. We all know that what Eva did was wrong. She shouldn't have played along with her mother to try to bring down Ted. But baby, I can't help but feeling bad for her. The actress who plays Eva, Amber Michelle, she was awesome. All Eva had to go by all these years is what crazy Leslie told her. She did a great job of showing how tormented Eva is. She stuck between her loyalty and her love for her mother, her crazy mother at that, and her newfound love for her father, who is not as bad as she thought he was. But baby, the Emmy goes to Trisha Mann Grant. Y'all know I done seen many soap operas in my day, but I haven't seen a performance like this in a long time. This lady killed it. She knew the assignment and she did exactly what she was supposed to do. The best villains are the villains who you can see a little bit of humanity in. To find out today that Bill actually threatened her by saying that he would get her baby kidnapped, woo, child, the insanity. The writers and this actress hit it right on the head. Now, who I'm sick of is the Duprees. This ain't no time for no public relations spin. Your daughter hooked up with a cheating ass man and had a baby on her. Let the truth be that and let the truth come out. And we still don't know what Martin did, so they really can't be that self-righteous. Yeah, we know Bill is disgusting and evil. We know all that. But he wasn't too disgusting and evil for y'all not to call him to get Martin out of trouble. And y'all, I can't wait till next week to see the conversation between Eva and Kat. And what's going to happen with these two. Y'all, this show is so damn good. So what did y'all think about the anniversary party episode? Put it down in the comments. And as always, don't forget to like, share, and follow for my take on usually everything reality TV, but now soap operas too.
Hello everybody, this is me DeAndre Dawes from DDTS. I want to let you know I provided some video clips from TikTok, and I also put the names of the peoples who video credits is. I want to give the video credits to those of the names that I put up on my up on the screen. So if you would like to check them out, be sure to go back on the screen of the names that I put up, and you can follow those peoples on TikTok. I want to let you all know, and that the podcast is finna start up. I will also be providing pictures as well, so you all can see of the topic of Beyond the Gates. I hope you all enjoy this review, and please let me know in the comments how I did. Thank y'all. Love y'all. .46, well, maybe 45, but it started on episode 46 and it continues to episode 47 on Beyond the Gates. So also, Beyond the Gates is a soap opera, a black African American soap opera, in my opinion, that is such a success at this very moment. The first soap opera back in the day was Generations, I believe, and that was in 1990. I think that was the first black soap opera that it was back in the day, was Generations. That made history, and Beyond the Gates is making history, having another black soap opera, and it is number one, and the ratings just keep going up and up and up and up and up, and it has got me glued. When I tell y'all I love the TV show Beyond the Gates, I love it top tier. I love it so freaking much. And like I said, I love seeing us on the TV screen. I love peoples of color that is actually getting the time to shine. Black and brown, peoples of color, it is our time to shine. No tea, no shade, I'm just being honest. Because, back in the times, we used to didn't have our time to shine because, of, certain situations. But now that we have, Beyond the Gates, and we had Generations, among many, many other shows, I love the diversity of it. I love the diversity of, basically, I'm just going to put it like this. I'm still on Beyond the Gates. I'm still on topic. I'm just going to say this. I love the diversity of us. I love that we are able, as black men and black women who are actors and actresses and anybody that's in the Hollywood world. Hell, if you're not in the Hollywood world, if you are a content creator and you are black or a person of color, pat yourself on the back, because it has been a lot of peoples before us that have made it to be where we are. And if it wasn't for the peoples before us, we possibly wouldn't be where we are today, if I'm making sense. Because, I love watching my community, our community, just shine. So I'm just going to put it like that. So let me get back to Beyond the Gates, because I know I'm taking up a lot of y'all's time. But if you have time, I ask you to please let me know what you think. So the secret is out. If you have been keeping up with Beyond the Gates, you know what I'm talking about. If you haven't watched Beyond the Gates, be sure you can watch it on the CBS app for free, or you can watch it on Paramount Plus. You can get a free subscription, a free trial of Paramount Plus for 7 days. After those 7 days, you will have to get the plan that's in that you would like. I think it's $5.99 for limited commercials on Paramount Plus, $11.99 plus tax, which includes Paramount Plus and Showtime and other stations, I believe. But if you haven't watched Beyond the Gates, you can watch it on Broken Silence, which is online. You can watch it on the CBS app for free, or, like I said a while ago, you can watch it on Paramount Plus. Get yourself a free trial for 7 days, and it'll let you know, and it will give you opportunity to choose if you like the show or not, if you like the subscription or not, or platform, or whatever you want to call it. So here we go. So it is Ted and Nicole's anniversary party. Ted and Nicole, they was married for some years. Ted and Nicole, they have 2 kids, Martin and Kat. So they are having their anniversary party, and guess who pops up? This woman by the name of Leslie. Now, a lot of you probably know, y'all probably don't know what I'm talking about. Now, a lot of you may not know, and if a lot of you know, Leslie is supposedly and allegedly is the ex and woman that Martin had an affair with. So supposedly, the secret's out. Leslie goes and tells the story how her and Martin crossed paths, how they had an affair behind Nicole's Richardson's back. Now, how this was, Ted would take his son, Martin and Ted, they would go to this little restaurant, and supposedly and allegedly, Nicole was a waitress, and she would take a break and sit at the table with Ted and Martin. So basically, Ted would take Martin to the restaurant where Leslie worked, so he can use Martin as an excuse to see Leslie. So apparently at that time, I'm not sure if Nicole and Ted was having problems in their marriage or this and that the third. But I will say this, it is said allegedly, and Nicole and many others has said this 1,000 times, she has had a lot of trouble getting pregnant. She had a lot of miscarriages and everything in her her body, with the pregnancy and everything. So she has miscarriages, and, they tried and tried and tried. So basically they tried those 2 times, I'm guessing. And that's how Martin was born first, then Kat. So back to what I was saying. Ted would use Martin as an excuse to go to the restaurant to see Leslie. And apparently, Ted and Leslie, they got close, this and that, the third. And apparently Ted and Nicole was having trouble in their marriages. And oh yeah, y'all, I will put pictures up here. I will put some images up here of the, anniversary party. I'm not going to say that I will have them that match, but in order, but hey, you'll get what I'm talking about. So Leslie goes off and says, that her and Ted, they consummated, they had an affair, they had sex. Leslie got pregnant. She opened up and explained the whole thing. And Leslie, she seemed like the type of person that is crazy and out of her mind, which I think she is. Because let me tell you the beginning of how this begun. When Beyond the Gate started, Leslie comes into... Hold on, y'all. What is that? I'm back, y'all. I'm so sorry for the interruptions. So basically, the beginning of Beyond the Gates, Leslie opens up to a girl, which is her daughter, Eva. The character name is Eva, which is Leslie's daughter and Ted's daughter, allegedly, which Eva at that time does not know that Ted is her father. I'm pretty sure her mama, Leslie, explained it to her about Ted, about how he left them, and basically she was dreading to leave town and everything. So Leslie tells the whole Dupree family about that. Tells them all about how her and Ted commenced, and basically what happened in that situation. Leslie told that at the anniversary. Now, Eva says that she tried to stop her mom. She tried to stop her mama from doing that. Actually, I watched the show. Eva has tried many times to stop her mama Leslie, but Leslie just was not letting up. Like, Leslie is allegedly the reason why Laura is laying in a hospital bed, because Leslie was on a motorcycle. My thing was Laura was on the way home, and Leslie ran Laura off the road in her motorcycle. That's when I knew Leslie was cray-cray. The actress that plays Leslie, she is tremendous. But it's so much that I have to get into with y'all with this. So hold on, y'all. Just give me 1 second and I will be right back with y'all. And I also will be including 1 or 2 clips, if that's okay, of the anniversary party, if that's okay. So stay with me, y'all. Hey, y'all, I'm back. I'm sorry for the interruption. I was on a phone call, but I'm back. So, yeah. So, Leslie runs Laura. Laura is Nicole's assistant at the therapy office, or whatever that's called, where people's go and do their therapy sessions at the clinic. So that is Nicole's assistant, Laura. Leslie alleged allegedly runs Laura off the road, which leads Laura to be in the hospital. And if that wasn't enough, so when Laura is in the hospital, ran off the road, which Leslie has done, all of a sudden, Leslie talks Eva into being the assistant to Nicole. Leslie is having Eva get close to Nicole. I can't get my words out. She is having Eva get close to Nicole and Ted into her master plan, into exposing the whole Dupree family and Richardson family, and exposing Ted of him leaving her when she was pregnant. So I'm going to get into that in just a little while as well. So, Eva is then Nicole's assistant, replacing Laura till Laura gets better, as we think. So as time progresses, Leslie does not stop there. Now, Leslie is Eva's mother. That does not stop there. So what happens next? Eva has some flowers that she gets to put for Laura, thinking that, that Eva really cares about what happened to Laura. Eva brings flowers, if I got it correctly. And so Eva brings some flowers to put for... Hold on, y'all. 1 second. I'm sorry for the interruption, y'all. I'm back again. It's so much happening. It's like every time when I get ready to do a podcast, something always comes in the way. But that's totally fine. But, I'm back. Let's get back into it. So, yeah. So that's what I believe. Leslie has Eva get some flowers to try to and throw off the fact that, they basically care for Laura. Now, me, in my opinion, I believe Eva, she does have a heart. Like, literally, she does have a heart. And as you can tell later on in the show, in a couple of episodes, Eva really is a very wonderful person. She just does not want to get in her mother's trap and lies in her schemes. But it's like Leslie basically manipulates Eva into her schemes and ideas with trying to destroy Ted and the Dupree family and Richardson family and Nicole's life, Ted's life, the whole Richardson family's life and Dupree's life. So, and not only that, Eva's life. Because basically Eva has been getting fed all her mama's lies about Ted and the whole family, saying that Ted didn't want anything to do with her, saying that her daddy was dead and everything and so much more. And saying that Ted allegedly didn't want anything to do with her and the child. But so supposedly Leslie said at the anniversary party, and she fed this to Eva, that Ted told her to leave town when she was pregnant and get an abortion. But Leslie said she couldn't go through with it. She's not going to go through with it. And with everything that has been going on, Leslie also says that Ted called Bill Hamilton, and y'all should know who Bill Hamilton is. For those of you that watch the show, Bill Hamilton is he is this big, powerful person who people's make him out to be in the show. So basically, Ted called Bill Hamilton, who was married to one of the Dupree women in the show, which was Dandy Dupree. Now, Dandy is the daughter of Anita Dupree and Vernon Dupree, which is her mother and father, which is also the daughter of Anita Dupree and Dandy Dupree. And also Nicole is the sister of Dandy Dupree. So basically, it's kind of like, wow. Leslie says that Ted called Bill, and Bill tried to offer Leslie a great amount of money to leave town. So I'm thinking she did leave town for a great amount of time, but I'm guessing when the money ran out, Leslie comes back. And that's when she feeds Eva with everything about Ted and saying that she's going to try to destroy the family in Ted's life, to let him know that Eva is his daughter as well, which makes Eva, Kat, and Martin brother and sister. But Kat, which is Nicole's daughter and Ted's daughter, which is some speculating allegedly. Now, it has been some speculation, which I don't know. Now, it has been some speculation and some thoughts that Kat is not Ted's and Nicole's daughter. Basically, allegedly, I'm thinking that it's a baby switch somewhere, that Nicole is really Eva's mama and Kat is really Leslie's daughter. But there has been a lot of people have been saying that. Like, literally, I really don't know about that. But it's a lot. And I'm hoping that I'm giving all that it needs to give with this whole situation. So, back at the anniversary time, and Nicole tells Ted on today's episode that I want the man that I married. What happened to the man all those years ago? Because this man right here is not the man I married. Like, you basically been lying to me the whole time and everything, this and that, the third. Like, you literally lied to me the whole time, and you was out having an affair, and you used our child to go to this restaurant to see Leslie. And Leslie was a waitress. So basically, like I said in the beginning, Ted used Martin to go see Leslie. Now, again, whether did Leslie tell Ted that that she was pregnant, I'm not really sure. But it is so much behind it. Like, y'all actually have to go back and watch the show for y'all selves. Like, basically, I'm doing the review, and some things I might forget, but I will be sure to include a clip or two into this video. And I will be including a content creator that is on TikTok as well, detailing about this whole scenario if I can't say it in good words. Excuse me, y'all. So it's basically like, when Martin finds out about this, it's like, wow, I remember you. Martin says, I remember you. I remember you. I remember you when I was real little. We went to this restaurant. Dad used to take me to the restaurant, and he would use me to go see you. And it's like, wow. This basically confirms everything, and this basically just tears everything and puts everything into play, saying that even though Leslie was crazy, which I think she really is. Leslie is really off her rockers. Martin remembers all of that. And this kind of puts into play that all that was done at this anniversary party and that was said, this is true. This is true. Ted got all defensive and everything. Nicole's heart has been shattered and everything that she didn't know knows, and it's basically messing with her mental health. Like, she cannot believe that her husband that she was married to all this time has done this to her. And now I'm finna elaborate, and I'm sorry, y'all, I'm still in the review. Now, I'm going to say this. Kat had suspicion about Eva. Kat has so much suspicion about Eva since day one. Since Nicole hired Eva to be the assistant for Laura till Laura comes back. Now, let's get back to Laura's situation. So, Laura's still in the hospital. So, Leslie would be wearing all these different types of crazy wigs in disguise. First, she was Sherry. Now, she's this nurse. Now, when she was this nurse, she went in and made like she was a nurse, and she injected Laura's IV with something to have her take a turn for the worse. Now, I don't know if I didn't know, did Laura die or did she get sicker or weaker or anything like that. But allegedly, Leslie goes into the room that Laura was in, injected her IV with something, and I think Laura takes a turn for the worse, because it was at one point in time that Laura was talking good and everything. But back to Kat. Kat was suspicious of Eva since day one. And I will say this, Kat was not wrong. I had my thoughts about Kat. So Kat was not wrong at all about Eva. Like, Eva was basically doing sneaky stuff because her mama, Leslie, put her up to that with the plan to expose Ted, to expose the whole Dupree and Richardson family. And so, Kat was not wrong at all. So Kat does not like Eva. She feels all types of different vibes towards Eva. And who could blame Kat? Who could blame her for how she feels? But what I will say is this, which I'm finna get to the forward part. Now we're finna fast forward. But before I fast forward, I'm finna go ahead and get to this part. Eva did not want to be a part of this plot that her mama orchestrated to destroy the Richardson family and the Dupree family, Nicole's life and Ted's life, the family, the marriage, all that. Eva did not want to be a part of that. She was trying to stop all of this. Eva is the one that planned the anniversary party for Ted and Nicole. And another thing, before the anniversary party, like a week or two before that, it was a special ceremony for Nicole to honor her into being working at the place that she was working at or something like that. It was an appreciation party or something like that. This was before the anniversary party. Leslie dresses up as a waitress in that same wig that she dressed up in when she was going to jump off a cliff, off the ledge, because she pretended like she was somebody else and she was going crazy. And the thing was, the whole time when Leslie was disguised as this other person that was going to jump off the cliff, Nicole had no idea that she was talking to the same woman that Ted was with when they was having problems in their marriage, and allegedly got Leslie pregnant and then told her to leave town. Even Ted offered her a great amount of money now, and probably did back then with the help of Bill Hamilton. The whole time, Nicole was in the dark about the whole thing. She did not know the woman that she was trying to talk to and help is the same woman that her husband, Ted Richardson, slept with all those years ago, had an affair with all those years ago, used their son Martin all those years ago to go see Leslie. And I'm hoping that I'm not confusing y'all with any of this. So, yeah. So, let's fast forward. Okay, let's fast forward. Leslie was going to expose the whole truth and nothing but the truth, as she says, about Ted and her and the whole family at the celebration. This was before the anniversary party, but Eva stopped there and called the person that was over the place and kicked Leslie out. So fast forward to the anniversary party. After and when this stuff was happening, a lot of people did not know who Leslie was. They did not know what was going on. Eva said her part, and she said that she tried to stop her mama, tried to stop her. She did not want no parts of it. She did not know what she was doing. And when Eva finds out that Ted was her daddy, Leslie told everybody, Ted is in denial. He does not want to believe it. She says she's lying. Even Eva tried to tell Ted about this whole thing. He's not having it. He's mad at Eva. Understandable. I get that he's mad. But let's talk about Eva. Her mother, Leslie, lied to her. Eva did not ask to be a part of that situation. Basically, Eva was manipulated into doing that for her mama. Eva said the reason she did it, that's her mama. That's her mama. She didn't want to do it, but that was her mama. She did not know all this other stuff. She did not want to be a part of it. But at the end of the day, Leslie, then after this whole situation, they all goes to the Dupree house. Leslie comes in that Dupree house, welcomes herself into that Dupree house because they hear the doorbell ring. Leslie comes into that Dupree house and starts trying to overpower the Duprees and everybody like she did at the ceremony. But it does not go as planned. Martin still tries to get Leslie told. Leslie does not back down for a little bit. But what takes the cake and the cookie was that Anita Dupree, the woman of the family, the leading lady of the family, basically gets Leslie told. She tells Leslie, oh, we're going to let you leave in one piece because we have hospitality. We're going to let you leave in one piece, but don't think you just going to get the last word and leave. Oh, no, you're not getting the last word and leave. We as the Dupree family is going to get the last word and leave. And that is when Anita Dupree did. She got the last word. Again, Leslie still tries to explain to the family about the whole situation. They ain't having it. The Dupree women was basically making side remarks if you hear the episode on episode 47 of Beyond the Gates. I enjoyed that show, but the thing is this. Anita Dupree read Leslie from top to bottom. She read her through and through. Kat read Eva through and through. Kat acting skills, her performance was top tier. Leslie performances was top tier. Anita Dupree performances was top tier. Even Nicole's acting was top tier. Everybody that had major scenes in it, they acting was top tier. Their performances was amazing. But I will take my hat off to Leslie, to Kat, and to Anita. Their performance in Beyond the Gates Friday episode and yesterday's episode, which was Monday, top tier. Loved it all. And it really breaks my heart that Nicole has got to go through this. So, after Anita tells and gives Leslie a piece of her mind, Leslie then leaves. Anita says some inspirational words along with Vernon. Then at the end of the episode, I'm sorry if I'm skipping around, but at the end of the episode, Anita started singing Amazing Grace. And it shows scenes with Ted at the hotel, Nicole at her house. Kat comes in and tries to console her, still in agony about the whole situation. It shows everybody that was infected and everything. And you can tell it was very emotional. So Eva, before Kat told her that she was dead to her, after they had their confrontation, Kat and Eva tried to explain to Kat, and basically the whole thing is Eva gives Kat the DNA test proving that Ted is her daddy, because she says that she's got some evidence from Ted, along with Leslie, showed the results of the DNA test. They both got evidence from Ted, I'm sorry. So after that, after they had the conversation, Kat tells Eva she's dead to her. So then Anita starts singing Amazing Grace. Then it shows everybody in the scenes today who was affected by all of this. Nicole was heartbroken. Ted, he was going through it. Everybody. Martin was going through it. His husband, Smitty, tried to console him through it. So, everybody was going through it. So as Eva tried to get in her mama's house, her mama locked her out. Leslie locked her daughter out. And she couldn't get in. And Eva was like, Mama, and she was crying in tears. Mama, and she couldn't get in because Leslie had locked Eva out. And all that raving that Leslie was doing and saying that Eva's her world, Eva's all I got, she loves her daughter. But if you love your daughter, how you gonna lock your daughter out the house and you didn't even let her in? When she was saying, Mama, and Leslie was just standing there drinking wine, to me, in my opinion, if you watch the show, Leslie is wicked and evil because she claims that she's a good mother and she loves her child. Well, if you loved your child, why would you use your child to try to destroy a family? Why would you use your child? Why would you lie to your child? Why was you not honest with your child to begin with? Why would you put your child up to do your dirty work to destroy a family that had no idea that you was going to do this? My opinion is this. A lot of people in reality probably tried to do this. In real life, it probably wouldn't have went that way. But this is a soap opera. And when you watch a soap opera, you are bound to get twists, turns, drama, all that. My opinion about this whole thing, Leslie did not care about Eva. She does not care about Eva. She did not care about Eva because if she cared about Eva, she would have never put Eva up to do her dirty work. She never would have ran Laura off the road, putting her in the hospital. But Leslie did not care about Eva. She did not care about who she hurted unless she got what she wanted, in my opinion. And she thought she was going to get a free pass by the Duprees. Oh, no. Through the whole community that knows about this now, Leslie is not safe at all. So what do you guys think? I feel so bad for Nicole. My heart is with Nicole. I feel bad for Nicole, Kat, Martin, everybody that was affected through this. Even Eva. Even she didn't ask to be put up to that, she still does not have to endure that. But her mama does not care about her. Leslie is the main reason why all this stuff orchestrated. And Kat had her reasons about Eva. So y'all, that's gonna be my review. I will say this. I might have skipped around a couple of things, but that's all I could remember. I just wanted to do a review on Beyond the Gates, episode 47 on DDTS. Let me know what you guys think. Am I wrong for what I said? What do you guys think of this review? Do you think Ted and Nicole will get back together? I want them back together. Do you think Ted and Nicole will get back together? How do you think this is going to play out in Bill's favor? Because Bill is a snake in the grass as well. Bill is like a black Alistair Crane. Think he's powerful, untouchable, and think he should not be punished for his actions. But honestly, Ted needs to take accountability. Bill needs to take accountability. Leslie definitely needs to take accountability. All the wrongdoing that needs to take accountability. Even Eva has to take a little accountability because she knew all this time what was going on with the situation and still didn't speak up and say nothing. Eva knew all this stuff that was going on. She knew what her mama was doing, and she did not speak up, not one time. I really feel, even though that was your mama, still you could have spoken up and stopped all this destruction from happening. I feel for her. I feel for Nicole. I feel for anybody that was infected that didn't deserve it. That's just how I see it. But my Beyond the Gates fans, how do you feel about this whole situation? Let me know in the comments. So that's going to be my episode and podcast for today of Beyond the Gates. Episode 47 on Beyond the Gates. Like, comment, subscribe, and I will be back with another video as soon as possible. I hope y'all enjoyed. If you haven't watched Beyond the Gates before, I recommend you do so. It's such a good show. If you have not watched Beyond the Gates, you can watch it on CBS, on the CBS app for free. Download the app on your phone or on your Roku or on your Fire Stick TV or on your laptop, wherever you got, whatever streaming services you got, download it on your TV and you can watch it on there, or you can get Paramount Plus. Now, if you have not had Paramount Plus before, they will give you a free trial for 7 days to see if you like the streaming platform or not. But after the free trial, you will have to pay $5.99 plus tax for limited commercials, and for no commercials and commercials free along with Showtime, you will have to pay $11.99 plus tax. So that would be that, y'all. Let me know what you guys think. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll be back with another video. And hopefully next time when I be back with another video, this is Talk It Out Tuesday, review of Beyond the Gates. And hopefully next time when I come back, I will be giving y'all some information, what happened, what's been talking about T.S. Madison, Craig Stewart, and Angelica Ross with the fake activism and all that. And I will be sure to give y'all some info on that. Like, comment, subscribe, and I will be back with another video. I hope y'all enjoyed, and I will see y'all next time on DDTS. I love y'all, and thank y'all for watching. Love y'all. Thank you, and bye-bye.